Today we're checking out the Fender 68 Custom Princeton Amplifier. This is a special release one, as you can see from the really cool Tolex. Let's get into it. Welcome back, folks. This is Shane. As you can see, I've got my hands on a limited edition Princeton amplifier, part of the 68 Custom Princeton range, and this particular one is loaded with a Greenback. Let's take a look up close. As you can see from the front panel, we have everything that you would expect on a Princeton: volume, treble, bass, reverb, speed, and intensity. The speed and intensity take care of the onboard tremolo effect, which can be turned on and off thanks to a foot switch, which is actually provided. On the back of the amplifier, as you can see, we get everything you would get on a normal Princeton, except we get a G10 Greenback from Celestion. So we get a 30-watt speaker in a 15-watt amp, and this particular speaker, in my opinion, from what I can sort of determine after testing out the regular edition Princeton, is you get a lot more bass with this one, almost to the point where I need to leave the bass off at any sort of appreciable volume on the control here. So if you turn this amp up, you're going to want to turn the bass down, but you're still going to get a really fat and full sound. A massive thanks to Sky Music in Melbourne, Australia for letting me borrow this. I really appreciate it. If you want to find out more about it, links will be down in the description below. If you live overseas in the US, I'll also leave some Sweetwater links down there so you can check it out in your part of the world as well, and they help support the channel. Thank you so much. Let's get into it. All right, let's get into it. I'm playing my Fender Standard Mexican Stratocaster, and we have the amp set up at about 3.5 on the volume, so this isn't very loud, and it's still nice and clean. As you can see with this amp, I've got the bass most of the way down, and the treble up at about 6.5. So here we go. This is neck pickup for some just nice chord stuff. Now it's coming in at about 98 decibels. I've got my sound pressure level meter on the floor, so it's not overly loud, but it's still nice, especially in a room at home. So let's crank up the volume now to about 4.5. Let's give this a shot. We'll go bridge and middle pickup. Yeah, all right. So let me know what you think of that. I think that's just a beautiful rhythm tone. I love it. It's got just a hair of dirt on there. It's got all that clean punch in the world as well. Just sings with this Strat. I dig it. One of the cool things about the Princeton amplifiers, if you get them up to about 6.5, they absolutely sing without any pedals or anything like that. So I'm going to start on my bridge pickup now with my volume control down and then we'll incrementally turn it up. So here we go. Already that's up to 115 decibels, now all the way up. Yeah, I'm sure there's people out there that want to see this amp cranked, so. And now the amp on 10, let's see how it sounds. Still bridge pickup. Now, interestingly enough, it doesn't get that much louder, it just gets way more saturated. It might have got an extra decibel here or there, but it's not really pushing any further than about 116, 117 or something like that. So it's still really loud, but it's not that much louder than where it was before cleaner. One of the great things about running it at a lower sort of volume on the amp is the fact that you can push it with a clean boost or you can push it with an overdrive pedal. So let's try that quickly. We'll try the clean boost first and then an overdrive. So this is the clean tone. Mr. Boost volume pedal. Yeah, that reverb's great too. And over to the Overdrive Pro with the gain down and volume up. Man, I gotta tell you, I much prefer it with the overdrive on. The amp cranked all the way up sounds great as well, but having the max on overdrive pedal kind of sort of fixes the bottom end a little bit. It makes it a bit more punchy, takes out a little bit of lows, but it gives you a bit more definition and way more sustain. So for my money, running the amp with the volume down just a bit and pushing it with anything is a whole lot of fun. Let's see how the tremolo effect sounds now, also with a little bit more delay, and I've also turned the amp back down to make it cleaner. Here we go. right, so I got a little crazy at the end. I also clicked on the Serena digital delay from Citec and the Maxon Overdrive Pro OD820 just to sort of kick it up a notch there. Man, I was loving those tones. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, folks. My name's Shane. So what do I think of this amplifier in comparison to, say, the regular bog standard one? I think this sounds pretty good. I don't know how much I like it more, to be honest, than the actual original 65 Princeton, but it's still got its own thing going on. And if you're a fan of the Greenback sort of tight, punchy sound with a bit more low end than the stock speaker in the black version of this amplifier, you're definitely going to get a kick out of it. I really liked this once I started to turn it up. You know, it sounds probably better at a louder volume than the stock one does, but I think the stock one sounds a little bit more balanced in terms of the lows and highs, to my ear at least, and for what I like. So overall, it's a really cool amp with just a little bit of a different flavor in terms of its tone. No questions there at all. And once you turn it up, man, it just screams, and it handles pedals well, as most Princetons do. Coming up on the channel, I also have another Princeton, so if you're not subscribed, please subscribe and click the bell and you'll get notifications when that video goes live. A massive thanks again to Sky Music for letting me borrow this. Links will be in the description below. Thanks again. Catch you soon. See ya.